Hello everyone to this new video about the Azorius Kraken tap and draw deck. This is a deck that comes from one of my viewers, ELDunsparce. Regards, thank you for the deck. I'm gonna introduce the deck shortly, and after you're gonna see some gameplay. So the deck, as the name suggests, has Kraken in it. And what Kraken does is, whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Nadir Kraken and create a 1/1 blue tentacled creature token. So we try to find a way to draw a lot of cards and to proc this as much as we can. And another key card that is definitely not common is Verity Circle. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes tapped, if it isn't being declared as an attacker, you may draw a card. And for 5 you can tap target creature without flying. This card has also some really funny interaction, for example with Nissa lands. If he tries to tap the lands, we can draw a card, which is really nice, and you're gonna see it in the next game. So this is a way to draw cards. Teferi is a really good card, also a way to draw cards here. A Dream Trawler draws us cards, which also procs the Kraken, really good. We have Opt, draws cards, and we have Gatwick. First, to draw cards, because we can pay X, and when it comes into play, we can draw as many cards as we paid for X. It's a nice card, a 3/3, and whenever we play a blue spell, we can tap something. And the tapping comes in play again with the Kraken. So we tap something, we can pay 1. We tap something, the circle says draw a card, and the Kraken said pay 1, make a tentacle. Sure, we do. So those three have a really good synergy together, and we play some counters too in Domin's Veto, only 2 in the main board. We're gonna play 3 Absorbs. I think it's a really good card, and with lots of mono red, sometimes it saves you. 3 Time Wipes. Time Wipes definitely not the best card with Kraken, but we kind of need the board wipe because there's a lot of aggro around. And yeah, it also can give us the Gatwick back, which is really nice, and can save Kraken or a Brazen Borrow, which we also play 2 in this deck. Just to have some bounce and some extra pressure. It's also a really good card because it has 2 spells, so we can use it for Gatwick twice, which is really nice. And yeah, as just mentioned, Dream Trawler has to be in the deck. This Azorius card is just so good, really hard to deal with. You basically need the board wipe or to counter this card, or any sacrifice effect. Otherwise, this card's gonna stick on the board. Another card you will not see very often in decks is Depose and Deploy. We can play Depose for 2 mana. We can tap target creature and draw a card. So let's say we have the Kraken out, we tap it, draw a card, get a token. Let's say we have Kraken and Circle out. Tap a creature, draw a card, get 2 tokens. So this card really fits really well in this deck, and even the deploy side is really good. Let's say we have many tentacles out, a lot of tentacles. We will play the deploy, create 2 colors, top tier artifact creature tokens with flying, then you gain 1 life for each creature you control. If you control a lot of tentacles, a lot of life. Really good. Yeah, I think this is the deck, and yeah, we have one final of Revelation here. Just if the game goes really long and we can bring out the final, it's really good. Otherwise, we're gonna just draw X cards just to get the full hand again. It's a really versatile card, but definitely just a one-off in the deck. In the sideboard, we definitely try to deal with mono red, so we need 3 Devour Decree. It's also really good against black. We can exile stuff, definitely really good card. Also can deal with Ashok. It definitely fits the deck. We play 2 Edelgarsts just to slow down some decks. It's also good against red. Works well against Nissas and other cards. We have an extra Domin's Veto. If we face another control matchup, we definitely want to have enough counter to deal with them. We play 2 Banishing Lights. It's a really good way to get rid of a threat because it's any permanent and we can exile it as long as it's in the game. Definitely not a card when we face a lot of bounces, but besides that, it's really nice. 3 Mystical Disputes is just, I think, a stable in every sideboard of blue. Definitely something we need for Teferi or other cards, just to have it there is really good. We also have 2 Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Really great card. You can exile a permanent with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Second turn, he has to pay 2 more, and third turn, we get something back. We have Trollos, we have Teferi, we have Gatwicks, we have Kraken. Definitely those are the targets we want to get back. And the last sideboard card is Heliod's Intervention. Heliod's Intervention is a really interesting card. Usually we use this to destroy artifacts and enchantments. Target play against twice X life doesn't seem really needed here, but it's definitely good if you face other control decks with a lot of enchantments, or if you face a enchant deck. Get rid of Trails, get rid of Oven, get rid of all their tools. So yeah, this is the deck. As I said, it's a deck from a viewer, ELDunsparce. He creates many cool decks, and I just want to show you this deck. And yeah, you're going to see a nice game. If you like the deck, if you like the game, feel free to subscribe. Check out my new videos. I try to upload every second day a video. And yeah, that's it. Enjoy. Yeah, we keep this hand. Many playable cards. Time wipe is definitely nice. Time Up is not too good with the Kraken, but it's really good with Gatwick and Dreamtrawler. But what I like is playing the Kraken on like an empty board, and then they have to deal with it, or it just gets big. And the artwork is amazing. It's a huge Kraken. I'm definitely scared of like water beasts. Just seeing it, I feel the chill. I feel the chill. The boss is just really fun with the enchantment. Let's see. Okay, this could be Simic. Could be Simic. We don't play anything turn 2 here, so I'm gonna play the Fountain again. If it's Simic, we are free to play Kraken. Bunt. Okay, there could be a Teferi next turn. So he goes on 4 mana next turn. Yeah, we want to play something this turn though. What could you play next turn? You could play Questing Beast. I think I'd rather go Kraken here than Teferi. Circle would have been an option too. But I feel like Kraken is nice. Okay, it's Teferi. No matter what I would have deployed except Teferi, you can bounce it, but that's okay. So now we have to be aware of Nissa, and we do not have... Yeah. Now we go for the circle here. Because if he taps lands with Nissa, we draw a card. And we still have a time wipe, which is very nice. It would be nice to have a really solid time wipe and then redeploy our stuff. But right now, I think I have to go against Nissa here. What is he playing? I don't have a counter sadly, but still okay. So there's Nissa. Teferi goes on 2. Okay, at least we get the 5th land, which is nice. We're gonna get another blue here. We have already enough white sources. That's a good question, actually. If I go Gatwick for 2, I have ways to tap his lands. And he has to deal with Gatwick now. Gatwick is really strong here. I mean, you have a time wipe and get Gatwick back and deal with 2 lands. But that Nissa is still a problem, because we have no Ray right now to deal with it. But next turn we could technically attack if he has only 2 lands, because we have Depose. It's only 3 damage though. Yeah, I want to kill Teferi. I don't like if he has a bounce next turn. He has 2 forests. Okay. Yeah, this definitely will be a time wipe. Definitely gonna be a time wipe here. Okay, it taps, so we draw cards. Doesn't? Yeah, we have to take it. It's a bit sad, but we have to take it. Oh, we take that. We take that. We take those cards for sure. Yeah, I think time up is the best option here. It's going a bit in a scary version here. What else could I do? I mean, he has another land next turn, and I definitely want to go down on his lands. So I think it's the best play here. We're gonna draw an extra card here. So we need to discard cards. We're gonna keep Gatwick and the Kraken. Oh, this is tricky. I want to keep Teferi too. 1, 2, 3, I have 6 lands. This gives me a life, it's not bad. Let's go down with this. And we go down with the ferry. I like to have deployed to get the life. When I have Kraken and deployed, it's gonna be really nice. Do we see a Crazies here? We're definitely gonna take 3 damage here. But there's a huge possibility that I maybe... Okay, take a card again. That I maybe just play Gatwick for 0x here, just to tap everything down. But then the Teferi is the problem, right? I still didn't find a way to deal with Teferi here. And this is Trample, which is really bad. I think I'm gonna play it for 1 here. Wait, if I play it for 0 and play Teferi, 1, 2, 3. Teferi only have 1 life, 1 mana open, so I cannot even bounce something. And how hard is Nissa? Nissa has 8. That's a huge problem. So I need to draw cards here. Yeah, I need to draw 2 cards, so I go with 0. Maybe found a bounce. Doesn't look like a bounce. Still no bounce. A little bit unlucky here. This could be it. This could be it. Him having the Teferi out while ours is not out is a bit hard. I tried to play around his questing piece, maybe it was a mistake. Okay. That's a simple choice here. So it's Bunt. The classic Bunt. Put all the good cards in one deck. This is definitely what we want. Gusts maybe off the board. I like it here. No final. Definitely don't have my counters, so maybe I'll go down on a depose here. He doesn't have too many creatures. So This draws us a lot of cards though, but Teferi is a bit tricky. So turn 3 is a bit tricky here, because we will need to make sure that there's no Teferi so we can play our stuff in his turn. Teferi control is important. I just wonder if he had a beast or not. If I would have played Teferi, but then I didn't have many tools to deal with Teferi except attacking it. So yeah, I could. I mean, Brazen works, definitely Brazen works. Maybe I could have played the enchantment, 3 mana, the prison, but if he plays Brazen and Teferi, it's not the best card. Okay, this is at least an answer for Teferi here. We have 2 cards that works against it. Start with this. Island, Castle. But yeah, we cannot play this turn 3 though. Island. Shock. Paradise, sure. This one. The main problem now is... The main problem here right now is that he can play Teferi and have Dispute up, which is a huge problem. So I'd rather play it. There's no way I can counter if he has both up. Which makes it hard. This time he has the beast. Okay. Sure. We're gonna draw a card here. Get the token out, make this guy bigger. Looking for a second white. And then we end the turn. So we have access on Eldergast and 1 mana dispute. And I maybe just take another damage here. If I can stop Nissa 1 turn, I think I'm cool. Yeah, I think I take this here. I would do it. Okay, so he just told us he has a dispute, so he needs to use it here. Okay. Okay. So he had a dispute with the Paradise Druid, which would have been really hard to deal with the Fairy. I'm gonna keep my Gusto. Definitely get rid of this one, and will not do the extra card for here. No, I don't want to die here. If he has a Nissa, we can block at least the land here. Gatwick is really nice too, and not Elspeth is nice too. So our board is definitely stronger right now. So he is now on the driver's seat and has to play something. Elspeth's Conquer Staff is such a strong card. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything in the graveyard right now, but it's just such a strong card. If possible, I want to have a big Gatwick. Okay, so we're gonna use the next Elspeth Conquers here. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. And we do not attack. So we have 2 threats away right now, which is nice. And now you cannot play Nissa here. Oh wait, can he? Oh, he can. He can. With all his mana, he can. Okay, that's a good card for sure. So we have to probably play the Gatwick here. That's a hot one. Yeah, let's get another blocker here. I think I have no way to play Dispute here, so I go for 2. I take the 5 damage from Crazes here. This we can block with a small one, so maybe we should go in here. I think we should pressure him now a bit. Can always block the land with a tentacle token here. Having Gust is kinda nice though. How many cards does he have in his graveyard? 2. So there will not be a Ur soon. Him playing Teferi would be the worst. Because with Ether Gust we have options on his turn, which is really nice. And having this land is also really nice here. He can still play, and there's another one. That's heavy. That's heavy. And all the crazies. Crazies into crazies is never good. Especially if he has air priority. I mean, I can gust one of the crazies and tap the other one. Which is what I will do. Depending if he plays something first. It's all up to him. Okay, so this way we get a free tap here. And now we can use the other land to get crazies out if you don't need to counter something again. Okay, we have to counter something again. And we're able to tap the crazies here. We can block, so we cannot kill here. Because of the hexproof. And here's a Uro next turn. It's also not too funny. But I will definitely go in here. Okay, we won the game. Why did he play this though? We're gonna attack for 10 here, for more than 10. That was a greedy play. But I mean, I had only 1 card, so it's hard to say what I have in my hand. This worked out pretty well. Having abilities to get rid of Nissa is definitely important. And I think we do have that. I think 2 Dominus Veto is still okay. It's still okay. Crazy is really hard because I cannot counter crazies, right? And even if you either gust it, it's on cost. So there's not much to do about it. So I think sideboard wise this is okay. This seems okay. Bunt Midrange. Definitely a really cool deck too. Really cool deck. Our Kraken did some work here. So we don't have to mulligan. We can keep this. We don't have a counter though, which is a bit sad, but... Okay, let's get the life here. Okay, So Teferi is the worst here. But he has to respect the Dovin's veto. Okay, if he doesn't play a land here, I'm gonna bounce Paradise Druid. I may still bounce it. Well, I bounce it with Teferi. Yeah. I don't think he has a beast. I didn't saw a beast yet. It's a lot of lands now. That's actually tricky. I mean, I definitely need a bounce here next turn. Okay, this was the neat, I would say, neat. We have to do something here. That's a good card. So we have something to deal with Nissa and to deal with all the creatures he could play here. Okay. So if we get a good time wipe here, I think we're in a good position. Okay, so I think I'm gonna bounce Nissa here. Just mainly, I mean, I take a lot of damage here, probably, but let's see. I just don't want him to have a big crisis here, and I really have to do something against that. This way there's no big crisis. And now we're gonna bounce Nissa again. Because he has only 4 mana left, right? But I take a lot of damage here. Okay, so he has 4 mana and a Nissa on hand. If he has another mana now, because his name is mana, he can do it. But this was the correct play here. It definitely looks like the correct play. We go with 2 circles here. The moment he taps mana with Nissa, we get 2 cards. Okay, that's a reasonable play. We're gonna play our Brazen just to attack the fairy here. He didn't find the lands. I knew he played a lot of lands here. I know that he's searching for the lands. He wants the lands. Okay. Another land. At least we got a bounce here. So we're gonna play this and we can tap his land, which is really nice. And get 2 cards now, the moment he plays a land with Nissa. He's not finding what he wants now. He needs to play something though. Crazy for 2. Well, this gets... Ah, it's flying. Yeah, we cannot do it. That's a bit sad. I think we're gonna bounce Crazies here and kill the fairy. He has not a lot of lands, so... Okay, the fairy is gone, so we have access to a bounce here. The moment we tap his creatures, we get so many cards. We want them. We want them. He is not hitting lands for years now. This is crazy though. What the hell? He found the land. He must be happy. Now we do not bounce Crazies. Okay, here's another Nissa. Yeah, I think that's it. We're definitely gonna use the tap here. We wanna draw cards, that's for sure. And then we're gonna make sure that we kill Nissa next turn. That's the plan. With so many lands, we had such a huge advantage. Okay. Sure. Teferi would die, but that's fine. He can get Nissa back here. It's a bit sad. He doesn't attack. It's really interesting. Okay, I mean that's it. Could have made a token there, I guess. Just realized we had castle. Gonna see a Nissa, okay. This will be tapped. Or you tap it for me, that's fine too. I wanna draw 2 cards. Decent. Decent. Yeah, let's see what he's doing. Let's see what he's doing. Nothing? Then we make a token. Got a counter here. What could he get back? He get back at the ferry or Paradise Street. If we play this, we can. That's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying. Can we have a counter here? We cannot tap the temple there, which is a bit sad. But we get rid of Nissa. Now we have a chance. He gets another Nissa next turn, but I think we can deal with it. Okay. Since we got a bounce, we can do it. But probably playing the Gust here. Also would like to have access on Absorb though, because of Dream Trawler, but then we have Time Wipe. Sure. That's what it is. Oh, didn't have a better choice. I mean, I could maybe... but then I would be out-tapped. Okay, so this is 100% Nissa Eat the Gust. Because we can time wipe and he doesn't have a blue land here. We can find a blue land, but then we have to ferry out. Then we have to ferry out. Okay. So it's our turn. Really solid time wipe at this position. We could have tapped here though. It's fine. We know he has a Nissa probably on hand. But we definitely want to absorb next Dream Trawler here. And we can tap it endlessly because this card is really good against Dream Trawler. Okay. Sure. Maybe you can play the Brazen Bar just to pressure him a bit here. It really depends what he's playing. Yeah, no. Since we have the ferry, I think we can do it like this. Yeah, let's pressure him a bit here. There we get... I mean, we could get back at the ferry here. Which is a bit sad, but... I should have bounced here, this was a mistake. Should have bounced next turn. Last turn, I guess. here. Let's draw a card. Okay. 2 absorbs and we can tap everything. With the fairy out, he cannot counter our absorbs. So at this point, we're in a really good position. Like, really good. Worst card is Shifting Ceratops, but we have Labyrinth of Scophos. With this card, we can take it out of his attack, which is nice. I think we got this game. I'm pretty sure we got this game. It's a good game though. Really funny how Verity Circle works against Nissa. He taps the lands. Yeah, we take it. We take it. He's thinking of frustrated here. What is going on? Yeah, okay. No. We say no to this. We say no to this. Token here. We're gonna crack it to make sure we don't draw a land next turn. Well, it's always this way, so that's okay. We have so many lands, we can take out 2 with this, and we can tap so many creatures. It's really hard for him to do anything here. No. Still a no. I mean, he could still have Crazes on his hand. Because we cannot tap Crazes with this. Wow, we like lands. I guess we like the lands. So we have 1 more island left in the deck. 2 Nissas here. Definitely 1 here. Ooh, that was solid. But that's fine. Just gonna tap it. We will tap this. Oh, it is flying. True. But we can take it out of the combat if you want to. Makes it definitely harder because we cannot attack right now. But we attempt to bounce it here. So if it taps here, we draw 2 cards. Because of the circle. The moment it discards something, we draw 2 cards. It's really nice. Could always draw another counter. So it's either drawing 1 or drawing 2 and keep it in the game. These are the options. And I'm 100% sure he knows he cannot attack. I mean, he can attack and get the draw. That he can. But it will do nothing. So no lifelink on Dream Trawler. I wonder what his decision is. I think this card is actually really good right now because there are many Dream Trawlers around. You cannot stop the extra draw, but you can at least make sure he doesn't get the lifelink. And sometimes the Dream Troll do so much damage. So what is his decision here? 1 draw, clear board, 2 draw, the Dream Trawler in the game. Since I have another Teferi on my hand, I can still win next turn. Okay. Sure. We take it. We take it. That's a decent card. That's also a decent card. Do we have still enough? Yeah, we still have enough. Okay, so he gets an extra draw here, but at least he can attack. You don't get a lifelink here. So the card that he wants, I guess, his time wipe. Was good, but he discarded something. Sure. He gets the lifelink here. We don't gonna block this here. We definitely will not block this here. A beast, decent card. Yeah, I mean, I want to tap the beast. I want to get them out the cards there. And he's out tapped. He has 10 life, so we won the game. Because, oh, this is even better. But I mean, we don't have to play it. All you have to do is you have to tap this, draw 2 cards, attack, and win. Good game. Yeah, this was a funny game for sure.